Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing a shaky cam interior review in a 2015 Volvo V60. This is Volvo's premium station wagon. Very, very nice car. There's a lot of things to go over, so let's just get right at it. We'll start with the usual. You see this beautiful inlay, and then you have the windows and mirrors and whatnot. Door locks are up there, and over here, if you're looking, you'll see here's the parking brake. It works in reverse of how Americans might expect it, so you push it in to engage, pull it out to disengage. Here you have your lighting controls, so you have all your dimmer and headlights and whatnot. And then over here, trunk. This does not have, this particular one does not have a automated hatch. It's a manual, but you can still release it from here. And then up here is, of course, your fuel port. Then going to the steering wheel, over here you have your cruise control. This has adaptive cruise, so here's how you change your distance settings. You may remember seeing that in the XC60 as well. Resume up here. This is how you set it. Speed up, slow down. Good stuff. Over here you have your telematics and audio controls. So here's how you do voice commands. Here's how you exit. This toggles up, spins to toggle up through things. Volume here, and then this skips tracks and stuff. Or if you're listening to the radio, this pages through your presets. Then over here you have your lighting control, and you can see several things going on. Here you can kind of set the brightness here. This is the blinkers, of course, back and forth for the usual. And then over here you have your windshield washers. So this button right here runs the back window back there, and then this is the speed setting and up and down and so forth for the front. And then you can see here how you run the washers. Now up here on the dashboard, we have a couple things to talk about here. This is again, if you saw the XC60, you won't be seeing anything new right here. So over here's your fuel engine temperature there, or water temperature. Here's your speedo, and then your tachometer, and then this stuff down in here that can change if you want it to. You can see I put 296 miles on the car. This shows your gearing. Now when you set, you can see that I have the display showing, anyway, you can see that I have the display showing the speed. So it actually reads the signs. There's a camera behind the rear view mirror that physically reads traffic signs, and when it reads a speed limit sign, it changes it according to this. And the reason I know that it's reading it is because first off, the specs say that it is, but also when you drive through construction zones, those are speed changes that are not going to be recorded on any GPS setup. They change anyway, and it changes as soon as you get close enough. Within maybe, I don't know, 50 feet of passing that sign, it suddenly will change what this reads, and also posts the speed limit in the little red dot right there. So you see the speed limit on this street is 15. The speed limit there is set, holds at 15, and you can go over it, of course, but that shows you where you should be. Now, when you set cruise control, let's say you set cruise up here for, I don't know, maybe 70 miles an hour right there. So you set cruise for 70 miles an hour. You come up on it's adaptive cruise. You come up on a car that's going 65. A white line appears going down to the 65 mark. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. So let's say you have it set for 70. You come up on a car that's going to 65. A white line appears to show you that that's what you're going to be slowing down to. Now, as soon as you signal and start turning into the next lane, the car stops slowing down, so you can keep your speed. Very cool little thing. I really like that. And like I said, we saw that in the XC60. Very cool little thing. It just kind of it gives you a good heads up of what's going on in front of you, and how you want to adapt. You know, the other guy might not be going that much slower than you. Maybe it's just worth it to kind of fall in line and follow along and not worry about it. Or excuse me, or maybe he's going way too fast or way too slow and you want to get around. You know, if the exit's coming up and the guy's only going 10 miles less than you, you might as well just wait it out and get to that exit, right? So pretty cool little thing. I really like that. One of the better uses of adaptive cruise that I've seen. Now this is push button start, and then you have your key holder there. Right here is your infotainment. This is not a touch screen. Everything on it, everything on that screen is controlled either down here or over here. Most of what you'll do up there is going to be controlled down here. Outside of, you can control, like right now I can page through those stations, you know, to see what there is, so I can grab another station, you know, so I can choose something. I can leave it there, or I can hit the thing and it'll switch to that station. You can do a lot of other stuff up there, but nicely enough, all your climate control is on this little mode man guy right here. So you push a just intuitive button. Bam, I want air on my feet. Bam, I want air on my head, that kind of thing. And then this controls the fan speed. You can push this for your auto, and then you set your temperature settings over here and here. It is dual climate. Seat heaters are down there. Up here you have your tuner and stuff for that up there. And then you can go through the menus with an OK and an exit button. Over here is your sound, so it's volume right there. That just turns it on and off, so you can just quickly mute it. Very nicely done. You can hit this to do your actual sound settings, so you can, you know, move the speaker focus and so forth. This stuff looks really complicated, but it's actually very quick to get used to this. These are obviously for phone dialing. That's about all you're going to use them for. So most of the time, these just sit there. You don't do anything with them. But I can tell you, when you're driving down the road and you need to dial a number, in most cars, you're either SOL or you're looking at your phone, both of which are not good things. In this car, you can place your fingers like this, and it's a normal keypad. So I can watch the road and dial a number. So I can dial a number without having to look. So I can go 307, 307. There you go. Without really having to look. That's a great boon. Also, it's just kind of old school. And then across here, you have all these little buttons. Most of the time, you won't need these. You might need the nav, so you hit the nav button, but for the most part, you don't use these buttons that much. You might use little things, like I've turned off the lane watch because honestly, it's just annoying. It beeps at you, and I don't like those kind. I like the ones that vibrate or something to give you a little better feedback without being annoying. But here you have your park and your collision. So it's nice because most of these buttons you won't use, but when you do use them, you're really glad it's right there and easy to grab. So again, more of that wood, very nicely done. And then here you have your shifter, pretty straightforward. This is for the sport shifting. Smooth transmission in this car, I really like it. And then here you have your drink holders. They are way bigger than you think. You can get your giant 7-Eleven 44 ouncer in there if you want, 12 volt of course. And this slides shut so that you don't have to be bourgeois and show off your drink holders. Little cubby here. It's not huge, but it's big enough for most uses. And then you can see there's USB and aux down in there. Now, just look at the interior coloring. This is all soft material. So this isn't quite as soft as this is, but it's still soft touch. Soft for texture anyway. This is soft. Very little outside sound comes into this car while you're driving. You hear very, very little from the outdoors, and then you can just see how the colors kind of blend. So you see how the brushed chrome and everything just kind of come together and kind of blend. Just makes for a great look. And then this subtle orange stitching here, very cool. These are very nice leather seats, by the way, with good bolstering that doesn't get in the way. It's nicely done. Just feels really good. This is a very, very, very comfortable car. Back seat is a good size. Adults can sit back there. We had car seats back there. There are drink holders and whatnot in that armrest. And then the cargo area, very good cargo area, good sized. You can get plenty of stuff in this car. There's something to be said for station wagons, and I kind of have a soft spot for them. And this car really kind of epitomizes most of that. Very versatile, very good for storage, for cargo stuff. Very just smooth driving. It feels good on the road. It's not nearly as sporty as the Audi. So if you've driven the all-road, that's a much sportier car than this. But this car has more subtle, long-reaching power. It's a 5-cylinder engine instead of that little 4 that was in the Audi. Both are turbocharged. But this one is just a smoother, less punchy, because it's a less sporty car. This is more of a family wagon in sedate feel. But it is not boring and it is not slow. This picks up speed very, very well. I didn't do 0 to 60s because it's a station wagon. It's not a shooting brake or anything, so it's kind of pointless. But I would guess that if you're really into that stuff, you could easily get 7 seconds out of this car. So that's that's not horrible considering what it is. And this is all-wheel drive. Drives very well. Has a decent amount of ground clearance, not a lot, but enough that when the weather's bad, it's plenty, but not enough that you're going to be off-roading at all, of course. So that's about it. This is a very nice car, very well-mannered, I think is the way to say it. So just a very nice station wagon. And that's about it. So this has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, sitting in the 2015 Volvo V60. Talk to you again soon.